If you're out at night, there's a different energy in the air. You can safely walk at any time of night, early morning, absolutely anywhere in the city, and you know, there's no threat or risk of being knifed.
The greatest showman of our time. City of angels and sprinkle of marvelous. If you're looking for where the new China is, maybe Shanghai will confront you with a ultra reality of modern China. All these years I was told lies about China, how China is this and how China is that. I'm here, I'm real, and I'm present. In modern day China, most people don't get a chance to see. The things I've seen in China persuaded me to stay, and I've decided to stay and see more. Because this place, Shanghai, and the whole of China is a mega metropolis. And this place is one of the biggest cities in the world. At night is the happiest place on earth. Foreigners from all walks of life come here at night to admire the magical light shows. Because it's truly glittering with wealth, and this place is surely a transportation hub of one of the busiest cities in the world. Yes, money is everywhere, you can smell it. And you can see prosperous China, middle class, working class, the river of dreaming light spectacles, a ring circle of pride and light. At night, this place ignites. To be right, China at night is far safer compared to the West. Full of beautiful, pristinely beautiful ladies, and kind and sweet and approachable. In a place I never thought I would like. But now, here I am, in love with China. I feel safe and happy in this place. And yeah, the haters will say, you've been paid by the government. Then I will say, I wish. But my wish have come true living here in China. And tonight, discussing the level of safety here in China compared to the West with my mate, my countryman, Harvey.
The rich had all grown richer while the poor all took a hit. And his friends were all in jail, and he lost all of his rights. And the people were divided, and the earth wasn't even fit for life. And he wanted to go back, but by then it was too late. Because stupid followed evil, and there was nowhere to escape. Cause stupid followed evil, and there was nowhere to escape.
Alright, of course the entire trip me and Harvey, of course, we've been going around, exploring and showing me. He's done a great job so far of showing me the good, of course, and the also not so good and things about this place. Of course, and it's so hard, like, to pick some of the things that doesn't work here that much, right? Compared to where we're from, isn't it? So definitely. So the things like right now is dark. It's not like it's late. It's only like 6 something, right? PM. But daylight savings is not in our favor anymore. So we're here and we're looking at this spectacular light shows and this building at 6 PM. Everything just comes to life. So Harvey, so what's your experience been like here in China? Not just in Shanghai, when it comes towards the nightlife, when it comes towards the safety level, right? So what has it been like?
Well, to be honest, you can kind of intrinsically measure it because compared to maybe some other places, if you're out at night, there's a different energy in the air, there's a different atmosphere, and you can really feel it. There's a little bit of an edginess perhaps, a little bit of a dangerous feeling in some places, especially the UK, London. I hate to say it, but there is that element to it. Whereas in China, in Shanghai, you wouldn't really expect this from the 3rd largest city in the world, 3rd most populated city in the world, but you you can safely walk at any time of night, of early morning, absolutely anywhere in the city, and you know, there's no threat or risk of being knifed, of being attacked. I say those things because unfortunately there is a rise in that sort of thing in London at the moment, a city that obviously both of us have connections to.
Right.
So comparing it to London is just feels a bit natural. But the differences between, you know, walking around at night in China and walking around at night in London or the UK is just, I mean, you know, you can't really put a figure or a number on it. It's just completely different.
Exactly right. So that's the thing, is like we are speaking because out of experience, right? We're both male, right? And if you are a male, like sometimes you can be a target, especially if you're coloured like us, right? Don't want to make this thing as a race thing, but seriously, like it's a thing that is happening in certain areas you go. Like in London, I'm talking about London, right? It is not safe. You know, you have to watch it. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not everywhere is dangerous in London. Where I live in London, right? It's mainly in the centre, close to Tower Bridge. And yeah, I'm a city boy, right? And yeah, I've seen like the rise in knife crime. It happens on a regular basis, and especially if you have a kid as well. Like for me, I don't have a kid right now, but I do have a younger one. So I got like 3 younger brothers, right? Basically, and I always say to them, don't get into any gang. I think that the chances of me getting stabbed or getting shanked at, it's so slim now. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's not going to happen. People don't lose their shit here. It's not just the UK, right? But also when you look at America recently, you saw the news, right? Where the mass shooting happened again. Oh my God, we are not Americans, but we Americans and the British people, we have something so close by. You know what I mean? Like it's like a little affinity, right? When it comes towards the culture, very similar, right? So when
these things have been these issues have been so desensitized in the West. For example, if someone gets knifed in London, perhaps it stays in the news for about an hour.
True.
Because it happens so regularly. Whereas here, a husband stabbed his ex-wife or something like that about 9 months ago on the streets. And that's the first time I'd really heard about that happening in Shanghai. And that stayed in the news for weeks and weeks and weeks, and everyone was talking about it because there are never those kinds of issues. Whereas, for example, school shootings and just shootings in general in America, you hear about them, and then you hear about another one. The next couple of days later, you hear about another one, and it falls out of the news cycle almost immediately. It's very rare that they stay and are covered in the news and by the news. Whereas a big incident like that here stays for months and months and years, and that's so you can see the difference in statistics.
Yeah, definitely, like absolutely, that's a very good one. Yeah, so not to say like those things doesn't happen here, but it's very, very rare, you know. Like also like there's one article I came across and where I think some mentally ill like Chinese guy went into a nursery school and then stabbing some little kids. I think those incidents so rare. They happen here in China, and when it happens, right, of course the people talk about it, the media express their thought about it, right? But the thing is, like, whenever those sort of things happen here in China, the media in the West, they'll always say, oh, China, basically like that, you know what I mean? They're trying to like, you know what I mean, like put China down. But then again, when we look at the crime rate that is happening in the West, oh man, it's unmatched. In the States alone, right, I think this year alone, close to 500 mass shooting. 500.
That's crazy.
That's mad, insanity, isn't it? And the UK, it's ridiculous, man. So what do you think generally, like when you walk at night here? Because since I've been in China, today I saw my first homeless person. It's not even homeless, the beggar. You know what I mean? So it's not like a tent, it was a beggar. See, we're very transparent. We're not just like telling you like the things you want to hear. We are telling you things based on what we're experiencing.
The way that I would put it is, if you have a younger sister, like I do, or a female friend, in London or the UK or perhaps even America, I'm not too sure about America, but you'd want to walk them home, maybe call them a taxi, make sure that they get home safe. You wouldn't really want them walking on the street alone after nightfall, after 7, 8, 9 p.m. Maybe not 7 or 8 p.m, but like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas here, I'd be more than comfortable with my younger sister or female friend or girlfriend walking the street alone at that sort of time. I wouldn't fear for her safety or anything like that at all.
Have you seen like any drug addicts here?
Oh no, that's impossible in China. Definitely not. And heavy penalties for any sort of drug misuse or drug abuse. So there's none of that.
Absolutely, that is very true. Right, you don't see people here going mad and losing the shit. Right, in the UK, it happens all the time. People want to go out, right? Especially when British people want to drink, they go crazy, right? They just lose their cool and start swearing and start misbehaving, right? Yeah, so definitely, man, the safety. I've been to a few cities around China so far. It stays the same. I mean, honestly, it is really that safe. And coming here to Shanghai, I don't have to worry about anything, mate. I went to Nanjing. This is the last one, right? Before we end this, I left my phone because I went to a McDonald's, right? I left my phone on the table and there were people sitting around the table as well, right? No one touched it. I know personal stories about friends who've left AirPods on the subway and I mean, they've been returned to them or they've left a wallet and it's been personally delivered to their house, even with the cash inside. Oh my god, it's just a societal thing. There's completely different. Yeah, those sort of thing in the UK, in the Western country, forget about losing your wallet. Just you know what? Just move on. Cancel all your cards you have in that wallet and then replace it because there's no chance someone's going to return that, right? I mean, honestly, right? Your bicycle, if you park it at the wrong place, then in the next morning, right? The tire's not going to be there. Honestly, right? So that's the thing, man. It's like here it's so safe. Man, seriously, you have to come and experience the level of safety here in this country. That's the reason why I think is why you're staying behind, isn't it? You've probably got to stay here for a long period of time. So as me as well. So that's it, man. So nightlife, safety in Shanghai and across China, mate, top class. And for you as a Chinese person, I mean, honestly, man, you guys are lucky, really. The society, the way people are thinking here, the mindset, it is brilliant. And if you're Chinese living in the diaspora, you're living from the diaspora, you're living in America, in the UK, in Western country, and you haven't been back for a while, I would say come back, man. You don't have to stay in those sort of places and just put off because, oh, I'm in America, oh, I'm in the UK. No. Those places are fading away so fast, especially when it comes towards crime. It's not the place, man, really. But of course, come back and visit if you want to visit. But if you want to come back to live here, of course, do your research, you know what I mean? And if you're doing your research right now, watching this video, of course, stay tuned. And this is my mate, Harvey. And if you want to go and support his channel, that would be nice. That would be amazing, isn't it? So yeah, that's it. Hello.
Can we take a photo of you because we are having a mission to grab forward.
Yes? Look at you guys, how cute, yeah?
Yes. Portrait.
Our assignment is to take. What should I dance? Should I dance?
Just stand still.
You can tell your mama and your daddy too, your brother and your sisters and your best friend too. I'm dreaming of you. Well, all my dreams are sweet when I lay me down to sleep. I'm dreaming of you. Well, all my dreams are sweet when I lay me down to sleep. Now I dream of you. Cái voi cầu nè, là